Why you buy things you don't need, and how brands trick you. Just imagine, that limited time offer you just clicked, it wasn't an accident. Billion-dollar corporations have psychologists on payroll specifically to hack your brain, and right now, they're winning. You walked into Target for toothpaste and walked out $150 poorer. Before you blame yourself, understand this. Your brain was designed 200,000 years ago, but these marketing tactics were perfected last Tuesday. Every time you buy something you don't need, there's a psychological trigger that got pulled. And here's what's terrifying. Most people get manipulated by the same 10 tricks over and over again, without ever realizing it. Let's count down the 10 psychological manipulation tactics that are emptying your wallet right now. 10. The Decoy Effect. Ever notice how streaming services offer 3 pricing tiers, and suddenly the middle one looks like a steal? That's the Decoy Effect in action. Brands deliberately create a third option that makes their target choice look more attractive. The decoy is designed to lose. It's there purely to manipulate your perception of value. Retailers know that when you compare options, you don't evaluate them in isolation. You evaluate them relative to each other. By controlling what you compare against, they control what you buy. 9. The Scarcity Principle. Only 3 left in stock. Sale ends in 2 hours. Your heart races, your palms sweat, and suddenly you're panic buying a product you discovered 30 seconds ago. This triggers a primal fear in your brain, the fear of loss. Psychologically, we're wired to avoid loss more strongly than we desire gain. When something becomes scarce, it becomes valuable in our minds, regardless of whether we actually need it. Brands create artificial scarcity constantly because it bypasses your rational thinking and activates your fight or flight response. 8. The anchoring bias. Why do luxury stores display that $5,000 handbag in the window when they know most people won't buy it? Because once you see that price, the $800 bag suddenly feels reasonable. This is anchoring. The first number you see sets the reference point for everything that follows. Retailers use this relentlessly. They'll show you the original price of $299, then slash it to $99, and you feel like you're getting a deal. But here's the secret. That item was never meant to sell at $299. The inflated price existed purely to anchor your expectations and make the actual price seem like a bargain. 7. The Reciprocity Trap. Free samples, free trials, free content. Why do companies give away so much for free? Because reciprocity is hardwired into human psychology. When someone gives you something, you feel psychologically obligated to give something back. It's why you're more likely to buy after trying a free sample at Costco, even if you weren't hungry. The gift creates an unconscious debt in your mind. Companies know this, and they exploit it masterfully. That free 30-day trial? It's banking on reciprocity and the pain of loss you'll feel when it ends. 6. The social proof phenomenon. Bestseller. 10,000 5-star reviews. Join 2 million satisfied customers. These aren't just boasts, they're psychological weapons. Humans are social creatures who look to others for cues on how to behave. When we're uncertain, we assume that if everyone else is doing something, it must be the right choice. Brands manufacture social proof constantly. Those reviews? Many are incentivized or fake. Those bestseller badges? Sometimes self-awarded. But your brain doesn't question it because we're psychologically programmed to follow the crowd. It's an evolutionary survival mechanism that's now used to sell you things. 5. The foot in the door technique. Ever notice how subscriptions start at 99 cents for the first month, then jump to $14.99? That's the foot in the door technique. Get you to make a small commitment first, and you're more likely to make larger commitments later. Psychologically, we have a deep need for consistency. Once we identify as someone who uses this service, we justify continuing to use it even when the price increases. Gyms, streaming services, and software companies all use this. They know the hardest part is getting you in the door. Once you're in, Inertia and consistency bias keep you paying. 4. The endowment effect. Why is it so hard to cancel subscriptions or return purchases? Because the moment you own something, even for a few hours, your brain overvalues it. This is the endowment effect. We place disproportionately high value on things simply because they're ours. Companies exploit this with generous return policies and free trials. They know that once you've integrated a product into your life, even briefly, the psychological cost of giving it up feels much higher than the actual monetary cost of keeping it. You're not just losing a product, you're losing part of your identity. 3. The power of defaults. Why do websites automatically opt you into newsletters and premium shipping? Because most people don't change defaults. Psychologically, changing a default requires active decision-making, which requires cognitive energy. We're mental misers. We conserve cognitive energy whenever possible. Companies design systems where the profitable choice for them is the default choice for you. You have to actively opt out, which most people won't do. From organ donation to retirement savings to subscription auto-renewals, defaults shape billions of decisions daily. 2. The emotion over logic strategy. Here's a truth that marketing executives know but won't say out loud. People make purchasing decisions emotionally and justify them rationally later. That's why commercials don't list features, they show you attractive people having amazing experiences. They're selling you a feeling, an identity, a version of yourself you aspire to be. Luxury brands sell status and belonging. Fitness products sell transformation and confidence. Tech companies sell innovation and being ahead of the curve. Your logical brain thinks you're buying a watch, a protein powder, or a phone, but you're actually buying an emotional state that the brand has associated with their product. And the number one psychological trick? Variable rewards. The same principle that makes slot machines addictive. This is why you keep refreshing social media, checking for sales, or buying loot boxes in video games. When rewards are unpredictable, your brain releases more dopamine than when rewards are guaranteed. Companies build randomness into everything: flash sales at random times, mystery discounts, surprise bonuses for loyal customers, randomized product drops. Your brain gets trained to keep checking, keep buying, keep engaging, because this time might be the time you hit the jackpot. It's not shopping anymore. It's gambling with your wallet. So where does this leave you? Knowledge is power, but only if you use it. Now that you understand these 10 psychological triggers, you can spot them in real time. That urgent countdown timer? Artificial scarcity. That most popular badge? Social proof manipulation. That free trial? Reciprocity trap. But here's the thing. Understanding why you behave the way you do goes much deeper than just shopping. If you found this fascinating, imagine understanding the complete psychology behind human behavior, decision-making, and perception. That's exactly what you'll discover in the free Diploma in Psychology course I'm recommending. This isn't just about resisting marketing, it's about understanding yourself and everyone around you at a fundamental level. You'll explore how classical and operant conditioning shape habits, why your memory works the way it does, how consciousness and perception create your reality, and the legitimate research methodology psychologists use to understand human behavior. This course covers everything from sleep research and visual perception to depth perception and memory systems. You'll understand the biological basis for behavior and learn proper psychological research methods. Whether you're an entrepreneur trying to understand consumer behavior, someone who wants to make better decisions, or just curious about why humans do what they do, this free diploma gives you the foundation. The link is in the description below. And here's the irony. Unlike everything we just discussed, this actually is a limited opportunity. But I'm not going to fake scarcity you. Take the course because you're genuinely curious about understanding human psychology, not because I manufactured urgency. If this video gave you that aha moment, hit that like button and subscribe because we're diving deep into the psychology behind success, decision-making, and human behavior every single week. Drop a comment and let me know which psychological trick you've fallen for most often. I guarantee you're not alone. Until next time, stay aware, stay informed, and remember, the best defense against manipulation is understanding how it works.
Check out this audiobook if you want to sell out before launch.